How do you homeschool a 5th grader? Well, in today's video, I'm going to share with you how I homeschool my 5th grader. Hey guys, it's Vani from Mrs. Mom's Homeschool and welcome to my channel. And if you're new here, I'm a homeschooling mom and I've been homeschooling since 2012, and I make videos to take the stress out of homeschooling and to help you on this homeschooling journey. So make sure to browse through my playlist and subscribe if you like what you see. And today I want to discuss how I go about homeschooling my 5th grader. Now to me, I see 5th grade as the last year of us having fun before he hits middle school, where I feel like things have to be a little bit more serious and a little bit more rigid and a little bit more independent, because once they get into middle school, they're preparing for high school, right? So for 5th grade, I want to make sure that my son gets what he needs to get out of his lessons, but I want to do it in a way that I'm still enjoying him, he's still enjoying school, and it's still a nice process. So I'm gonna first talk to you guys about the curriculum that I use. I don't have it all here because we printed some of the things out because we're in the middle of a move, but I will insert some clips on some of the things that we do. So for language arts, my son uses the Good and the Beautiful language arts, level 5. On level 5 for the Good and the Beautiful language arts, where he's learning grammar, he's learning his states and his countries and where they are and his oceans. He's also learning to memorize poetry. He's learning how to memorize his states and capitals. He's learning grammar and getting some practice in writing different things. And he is learning also picture study and how to paint watercolors in the level 5 curriculum. It has all of that in it. If you want a detailed review, I'm sure I have one. It would be here. So for handwriting, we do handwriting without tears cursive. I love handwriting without tears for beginning handwriting, whether it be beginning print or beginning cursive. And then after he gets the basics of how to print cursive, I'm gonna move on to the Good and the Beautiful handwriting, which is more enjoyable for the kids. For math, my son is using Beast Academy Math, where he's learning how to problem solve and do higher level thinking and math in a fun and interactive way with use of monsters and comics. And this curriculum is so good. It ends at level 6 and then it jumps right into algebra using art of problem solving online. We are going to be starting a new Spanish after this move, and I cannot wait to share that program with you guys. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so when that video does come out, you can see it first. But right now we're doing Song School Spanish with my younger one. That one's geared towards the younger students, but I still do it with him for now because he's here and it's all we have for now. Now for science and history, I will be jumping into different unit studies. Like once we do our move and I have all my unit studies, we're going to be doing some of the Good and the Beautiful science unit studies, and I'll be doing some day in the life and do a lesson with me videos. So again, make sure to subscribe for those, as well as with the history. We're going to be doing that. But right now we've been in a huge transition in our lives with this move and temporary placement in Airbnb. So what we've been doing is picking topics that he's interested in. So over the summer, we started in July or August, and we did a whole month, I think it was August, we did a whole month of a beach unit study. And we were able to go to the beach until the summertime, and we did a read aloud themed read aloud based on the beach. We read books, watched videos and movies, and we did a bunch of stuff. Anyway, if you check out my Instagram post over the last few months, you'll be able to find what we did there. We just finished a space unit where we talked about all the different topics of space. I'm not even gonna go into it. We just did a space unit. And then as the holidays come, we study the holidays for Thanksgiving. We went in depth about the Christopher Columbus coming to America, the Thanksgiving Day, the Pilgrims. So as the holidays go around, or we have field trips with different themes, like we just had a Civil War field trip, and then we had another field trip that was like taking us back just to the time of the 1900s and how they lived their lives. We will do a unit study before or after those field trips. And when the holidays come, we do a unit study before that holiday for the whole week, and we study those things. So I'm trying to make it more like hands-on. We're also gonna do a study on the different types of wars that there are. So we're kind of just picking different topics that are gonna interest him, that he's able to remember right now. I feel like sometimes when we go through these history courses, like all the ones that I've done with him so far, he hasn't retained any of it. It's just not, he's just not interested in history. I'm not really interested in history, so it's hard for me to teach a full curriculum, which I will, like when he gets into 6th grade. But right now I'm just picking different topics and themes of different things that he's gonna remember. He's gonna remember about the Civil War now and the Civil Rights Movement because we did a field trip and we did a little unit on that. He's gonna know the whole Thanksgiving story because we study that every single year. He's gonna know about space and all these different units because we're taking time to dissect all those little things because they're interesting to him and they're being applied to our lives right now. So another thing we do is a homeschool co-op. So I have a whole day here on our homeschool co-op day, but basically what he does is he has a class that he has a PE class where they get to run around and do different kinds of sports. He has a science class where they do different science experiments based on apology of science. He has an Odyssey of the Mind class, which is really cool. They get a bunch of materials and they have to solve a problem with it. And then we have a separate co-op where it's just play dates, and he gets to play kickball or basketball or whatever it is the boys feel like doing on those play dates outside. And it's a great experience for him to be able to do that with other boys his age because he's in a house with 2 sisters, and last year we homeschooled 2 other girls. So he didn't, and with COVID, like he didn't get a lot of playtime with his friends because nobody was doing any play dates. So this year I've gone out of my way to go to almost every single event that this other co-op has had. So he has that time to hang out and play with boys that are his own age. And the last thing we do is read out loud. We read out loud every single morning. So we have different books with different themes, different genres. We might have a historical fiction. We might have like fantasy fiction. We might have a story based on a theme that we're learning about. We're learning about space. We did the Race to Witch Mountain or the Escape to Witch Mountain. Different things like that just to make it fun. I do the read out louds. There's a detailed video here why I do read out louds, but I do read out louds to let them love and enjoy the stories that they're hearing, to see the worlds that they can go to and into when we open up a book. And I try to make it very magical and very fun. And I snuggle up with them and I get them popcorn and snacks and we just have a beautiful time. That's the first thing we do in the morning after breakfast to start our brains going, is our read out loud. So if you want to see a homeschool day in life, you can check it out here. I'll have a lot more when we move and we have our everything new. Now, the last thing that we do curriculum wise, I'm gonna go back for a second. Since the Good and the Beautiful Language Arts doesn't have a lot of writing, it's important that you see your child's weaknesses and you work to develop those weaknesses. When you see that your child has something that they need to work on, the beauty of homeschooling is they're not going to get left behind in the classroom. You get to work on it with them. So we also have the Write Shop curriculum, which we've added, and we don't do it every day, but we will take and we will learn how to write different things. Like right now we're learning similes, metaphors, and tall tales using our Write Shop curriculum. And it's just giving him exposure to different types of writing and the experience to write different types of things and trying to get his creativity out and make it more fun. So that's what we're doing for writing. So this is what I do. We're gonna be doing Bible units. When we move, I'm gonna have a devotional for him that he can do by himself for quiet time for 5 minutes every day. I'm gonna teach him how to pray on his own, have his quiet time on his own. Now that he's getting older, it's gonna be more and more important. And we're also gonna have different Bible unit studies. Right now for Bible, we do kidsofintegrity.com, and I'll pick a theme and we'll study that Bible unit from there. But I'm gonna be more persistent with it once we move in 10 days. So anyway, I wanna thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helped you guys out if you're homeschooling a 5th grader, to see kind of the flexibility that I'm trying to give my son and the fun I'm still trying to have while still trying to teach him all the things that he needs or he should be learning at this time. So thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you check out all these other videos that I have all over my channel and subscribe if you like what you see, and I will see you in the next video.